Thank you everyone for joining. I think this is my second lightning session. I think this one is actually, I got to the thoughts from our first session. If you have joined that session, we basically did build an AI app by using the AI coding. I think the feedback from that session is most of people still not very familiar with Cursor or Claude Code. Even I sent out some instructions, but it's not obvious how to set it up. So for today's session, basically, I want you guys start from the scratch, how we're going to install the Cursor Claude Code all together. And at the same time, we are going to do the web coding, or you can call it AI coding at the same time, help you guys generate your first landing page, right? We're going to start from something simple, but the idea or philosophy behind the Cursor Claude Code are the same. So quick random show. For the first 3 minutes, we're going to introduce the goals, quick icebreaker polls, and then we're going to talk about the challenge most of people are facing. And I'm going to show you guys some of seeing the future. I believe many of you know that I have been keeping building the AI apps using the AI coding from the last almost 14 weeks. So I'm going to show you the first 12 apps I've been building so far. Just give you some pick. Once you have mastered the AI coding, what you can do, with it. Then we're going to start the whole demo session. We're going to verify the cursor, install it, set up the Claude Code, and then we're going to build and run your landing page. I sent some of the intro email. Hopefully you guys have some ideas in your mind right now what kind of landing page you are going to build. It can be your personal website. It also can be some product you plan to build in the future. So usually when I start to build a product, I usually start with a landing page. It's kind of like how I design this app, what the value it can bring to my user or to myself. I just put those thoughts in the landing page. So once the landing page has been established, then I started to code. It's kind of like a PRD, product requirement document for myself. So that's why I usually start with a landing page when I build an AI app. And the last 5 minutes, we're going to do a recap. I'm going to mention some of my AI agent cohort invitations and the Q&A for everyone here. So just quick questions for you guys. Just want to understand your background a bit. For everyone here, if you have never coded before, just type 1. If you have copied code, utilize some AI coding or ChatGPT to do it, please type 2. Or if you are comfortable with coding, basically you have done a lot of codings before you have the CS background, stuff like that. Feel free to type your answers in the chat box. I see a lot of people saying 1, never coded before. Many of them have copied code, probably using the AI code, like ChatGPT or Gemini to do. So I see most of the people here basically either has no coding background or have tested or tried the AI coding before. But none of the people have the coding background here, which is also fine. So first thing, want to show you guys what I've been building here. If you go to AI-Nate, that's my nickname.com. That's my own website. I basically showcase all the apps I've been building from there. This is one of app I built initially for publish my own work. It's an iOS and Android app. I already published the YouTube videos I've been watching, my own blogs, as well as some of the learning material over there. So feel free to download or browse from there. But basically, what I want to show you guys is the app I've been building so far, the 12 weeks app. Each of them is clickable. I basically utilize the AI coding. I design the product, write the code with AI every week. So each week I deliver and publish the one app. So this is just showing the 12 weeks work from there. I'm still keeping doing. This is already my 14th week. I just published the 14th week. If you guys followed my newsletter, you're going to see some of the information over there. But basically, once you get into this website, you'll be able to see what have been built so far with AI coding. The first one is called the Momentum AI. It actually involves some of the hardware work. I want to tell you guys, even you want to build a hardware, you can use AI to do it with you. This app is kind of an AI companion with your own memory. Once you utilize the app, it can record the audios around you, automatically summarize all the information into this kind of timeline. It also will be able to summarize all the conversations you are having or your self-reflections. And also you're going to generate this AI analysis. Basically, I'm utilizing AI agent framework. This AI agent framework is very interesting. I don't think many people utilize that. Basically, a lot of time when people code for the AI agent, they do certain kind of workflow style. Is you put the prompt for each of the AI agent and then ask it to do certain things for you. For example, you can have an AI agent to summarize the AI news for you every day. Write a prompt saying, I want you to summarize the AI news coming from those websites every day and send me some notifications or email, right? So basically everything is hard coded from the prompt side. But what I designed for my AI agent is I have a orchestration, central brain for my own AI agent. I give a lot of tools for this AI agent. I also give the capability for that AI agent to create other AI agent. So when I was saying, if I have questions about how to educate a 5 years kid, then basically I send this question for my AI agent. Then my AI agent is going to analyze what kind of information I do need, right? Maybe I need some psychology expert to collect some information, generate a summary. I need some educator. So this agent is going to automatically generate other AI agent to start different job, use a different tool. And then each of the agent also have the capability to generate more agent to do so. So you can see this framework allows my AI agent to freely generate other AI agent, but based on the query I sent to them. And eventually it's gonna get a lot of context information, internet information to help me resolve that issue. But anyway, some of the details usually, which I'm going to show in my cohort classes, help you guys to start the same framework for your own AI agent. But this one is what I've been doing here. And then some other apps you guys can see from here is Kindred AI. It's basically I built for my wife. A lot of time, my wife and I need to figure out where we're gonna go for our kids. It can helps you to search all the activities around you. I wrote this into the both Android app and the iOS app. Feel free to browse those apps from there. And a lot of the apps or web apps or mobile apps I'm building there is fit for my own need, or I found something is very interesting. I wanted to show the world or show other people. So this is the end result you guys will be capable of doing if you master the AI coding, which I'm also going to teach in my cohort classes from there. But feel free to browse this. Let's get to the demo session. If you haven't installed any of the Cursor or the Claude Code, which is still fine, basically I'm going to do it right now along with you guys. There's two things we need to install here before we do the AI coding. I think first one is the Cursor. If you haven't done so, basically go to the Cursor website. You should be able to download the Cursor app from there. Whether you're using a Windows or MacBook, it has the corresponding version over there. It's right here. Just pick up your corresponding version here, Mac OS. Just make sure you are install the right one. Install the ARM version. If you're using the Intel x64, install this one. Windows is the same. If you're using Linux, feel free to pick up the right one. It should be downloaded very quick. If you just click download, it also gonna automatically detect your system info from your browser. So once it's downloaded, click it, open it, and install it from there. And then when you open it, it's gonna ask you to sign up for a Cursor account. Don't worry about whether you're gonna pay or not pay for this. I think a free account will still give you some of the free credit, so you still be able to utilize the Cursor here. If you click top right button, this one, toggle the AI panel. So click this one, you're gonna show up the AI panel. And once you logged in, you should be able to interact with the Cursor agent from there. I think if you wanted to pick up some other models, you need to have the paid plan. But if you're using the auto mode for the Cursor, you will be fine. It should help you generate all those things. So I'm going to quickly go through some of the panel or the window we're going to use here. This one, toggle the primary sidebar. This sidebar is going to show you your folder structure, right? Right now, we don't have any folder here. So we can just open one, maybe from my desktop here. Then it's going to show my desktop structure. Right now here, you also can create a new file. If I wanted to do some readme.md, basically usually when you create a new code, you can have some readme. It's a kind of introduction of your own code design, structures, some description there. So that's kind of how you create the file and the folder in this panel page. So feel free to try it if you are doing this live demo with me. The next thing we are going to do here is basically to install the Claude Code. So I personally prefer the Claude Code over the Cursor. I have been utilized both for a very long time. I think I started using Cursor in the early 2024. I've been keeping utilize that for my AI coding mostly. But one thing I really don't like it is because they have been keeping changing the paid plan. The better way for the AI coding I prefer is utilize the Claude Code. You can start with the $20 plan to trial with it. Right now, I'm utilizing the $100 plan with 5x token limit for every 5 hours AI coding, which is fit my own purpose. But choose a plan based on what you need. If you don't want to start the Claude Code, you also can start with the free Cursor plan. You can do the landing page with that. I think it's capable enough to do so. But if you wanted to build up some complicated web apps or mobile apps, I would prefer you pick a paid plan based on your own preference. But feel free to try out between the different plan there and then land it on one plan you feel is fit for your own purpose. So basically, I also want to show you guys how we're gonna install the Claude Code here. It's gonna involve some of the terminal installation. Basically, you need some of the command type in, and then basically it can help you to install. Another thing you guys wanted to go is the Claude Code. If you go this one. So once you go to Cloud, it gonna gives you instruction, which is also a bit hard to follow if you don't have the coding background, right? It says you have to copy this command into a terminal, run it, do a bunch of things. It actually have this full of the coding document from there. It has different installations method over it. So instead of just following this, I think one thing we can do here is we can utilize the cursor to help us install the Claude Code without typing anything or without typing the code manually and input into a terminal. So which is I'm going to show here. In the AI panel, basically from the cursor side, right? I mentioned you choose the agent. Agent mode means it allows the cursor to change any file or execute the code once you do the AI coding. The plan mode says the cursor can only plan based on your instruction. It's gonna generate the plan for you to review, and then once you have approved the plan, it's gonna start to execute, right? For the initial design, what I usually do is I start with the plan, put my thoughts, work with it. You don't have to put everything just in one message, right? You can start building it, just like you'll have a conversation with your friend, your colleague, trying to figure out or brainstorm some of the app idea from there. So that's kind of how I utilize the plan. And ask mode, what I really recommend if a lot of time when the AI do the coding for you, most of people don't dive into that code to really understand what this AI is doing. You just try it, test it. I think if you are an experienced software engineer, you probably don't utilize that. But most of people here doesn't have the CS background. I would recommend once the AI generate code for you, switch it to the ask mode. I think in the Claude Code, you also can do it. Ask questions about the code AI is generating, and then question it, and also provide some second thoughts. I think this is also a very good learning. Build it, learn it. Eventually, you'll understand the whole system design idea. You'll understand why they're using those modules or code it that way. And you can become more creative, saying, I don't really like this kind of design. Can you do this? Initially, the AI is guiding you or directing you to the direction they want. But once you start to ask a lot of questions, get familiar with those AI coding mode, then you can guide the AI to develop the things you want, right? So this is more advanced mode of AI coding, but I really recommend ask a lot of questions for the code that AI generate for you. So we're gonna ask, help me install Claude Code. Usually, it doesn't trigger the internet searching. If you wanted the cloud or the AI to help you to find some reference online, you have to specifically mention that. Otherwise, most of the time it doesn't trigger the search. You can see search internet or some API doc reference. Automatically gonna search. You can see continue. And it also can do auto search web, continue. You're gonna search those reference. As you can see, it doesn't execute here. It's because I already installed the Claude Code and I have some firewall issues from my Wi-Fi I'm using right now because I'm using public Wi-Fi. Probably gonna be blocked over there. I think most of you should be able to do if you are using your home Wi-Fi, running those bash should be able to help you install, which you don't need to type yourself. The cursor will automatically do it for you. But if you go to the Claude Code overview, what I've been troubleshooting yesterday is the only way for me to use public Wi-Fi to install is using the npm, right? So if it doesn't work, you can see, just copy this one. You can see cur is not working. Help me try other method. So provide your feedback, right? You're working with the AI agent to do the coding. Feel free to provide any of the thoughts or feedback. Even it is running, you still be able to type in the chat box, provide your feedback. It might not immediately to execute on that. It's gonna run the current action, and then the next action utilize the input you provide from there. So don't wait until the end to provide your feedback. My point is, while you're coding, keeping providing feedback, which one is working, which one is not working to your AI agent. You can see right now, I'm gonna try the npm method, which is the one I want to use. And it's also gonna to see, do I have the brew, and then trying to find the location for that. If it's not, then basically you can do. If everything's ready, you're gonna install. Okay. So this is basically, I'm showing you guys what I'm been doing daily. From there is a live demo, and then you can see even something's not working at the beginning, you can trying to ask more questions. I don't direct it to do the npm, which I know we should use the npm to do so. I'm just asking, can you try some other method, right? Then you're gonna keep trying other method for you. Even you don't know what is npm, how to install from there. If you utilize the human language to ask it to do something else or try something else, it's gonna find the right answer for you. But just keep trying. Sometimes it can be a bit frustrated, but most of the time, I think the AI agent will be able to help you find the right direction to resolve your problem. So everything gonna be installed there. You can see once it gets the response from your terminal, then it's gonna polish or optimize those commands for you from there. So you can just keep running this, and you're gonna do the installations for you. So in terms of saving some time, we won't run everything here because I already installed over there. So I got the Cloud Max. You guys can start with the Pro. Pro is just $20 per month. If the Cursor agent won't be able to fit your purpose, go to the Cloud Code. So first thing, when you are using the Cloud Code, you wanted to create a claude.md. This is mainly the system file for the cloud. You can imagine every time when cloud running the code for you or execute your instruction, it's gonna input all the claude.md, most of the information there, into the coding instruction. You can just interpret this as a system prompt. So every time the cloud code things for you, you're gonna follow the system prompt from there. What we want to do when we start, you can just type /initiate. So next thing I want to show you guys is I want to share my own system prompt with you guys here. It's kind of my magic words. I have been polish this prompt almost over a year, and I'm keeping polishing it. I'm gonna share this with you guys. And then basically what you need to do is just copy those prompts, which I'm doing right now, to your Cloud Code. And we can see it from here. And then save it. Then every time my AI agent is coding for me, gonna be totally different with any other agent. If you guys don't have this prompt, you're gonna experience probably a lot of problems while doing AI coding. I see people complain a lot saying the AI generates a shit code all the time. But I don't experience that. I feel this may related to this prompts I'm introduced to the AI agent because I'm asked it to follow a certain kind of coding philosophy. I ask it to follow certain standard workflow, right? It do the plan, do the checklist, do the verification, execute, explain. Simplicity is the key. My coding philosophy is if you don't need to do anything, if things is not necessary, don't do it. There's gonna be a simple method to resolve that issue. And you should find that simple method, not just trying to pile up with complicated things from there to resolve that issue. Because once you do that, you're gonna create more issues for your code base, right? So that's my coding philosophy. Once you get to the prompt, feel free to read it. This is kind of like a highly consolidated or condensed information coming from my past over a decade experience about coding. So I think at this stage, we finished all the setup for the Cursor and the Cloud Code. And the next step we're gonna do is I'm gonna demonstrate a user case. I wanna build up an AI companion app to talk to my user. Maybe we can start with that. If you guys don't have anything in mind, that is still fine. So basically what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna close this one. I'm gonna go back to my Cloud Code, right? So I already open it. If you don't use Cloud Code using the Cursor, that's still fine. Cursor, open this AI panel, and then just type it there. And I'm gonna demonstrate with the cloud. What I'm gonna do is help me start to build a landing page for my AI product. I plan to build a web app, as a companion that can chat with my users and provide what kind of value we can introduce companionship to make people feel lonely. Let's do that. So let's see how it's gonna go. So this is just a simple request I'm coming from. And you can see it's gonna start with a small feature, bug fixing, doing the planning. It generates the plan, right? So I created a detailed to-do list. You can see it has my to-do list here. It's gonna show me how they're gonna design. It says this product understand this AI web app. It provide companionship through chat to help people feel less lonely, right? Early pre-launch. You can always changing the plans here. And then you're gonna have idea, customer profile. So what I'm teaching for the class here or for my cohort is not all about the coding. It's also about the product sense, right? How you develop a successful product from there. So a lot of things you're going to realize later on when you have a successful product. It's not all about the technical stuff. It has a go-to-market, product design, who is your end user, how you can gain the tractions, a lot of things. But I'm also going to teach in my cohort classes from there. But anyway, if you go down, you're going to see what do we do, our solutions, what is the differentiators, why this is a good app for people. You can see the AI actually think very deep about how we're going to design this app for you, right? Even we just type it here, I want an AI landing page for my AI product, right? So AI companion, help people to feel less lonely. From there, you can see the depths this AI agent has been thinking about to help you design this, right? It has the headline, subline, call of actions, lower page, technical plan, to-do list. So feel free to read this later on. I'm also gonna share the code base we have been building here on my website. You guys can download it, but you can see the nuances, the details the AI agent can help you generate. But my 2 cents here is once you generate plan, definitely read it through. Provide your feedback, right? If you don't like this subline, the one thing benefit, provide your suggestions, provide your thoughts over there. My overall philosophy about people utilize AI is we need to maintain our human creativity. So a lot of authentic ideas can only come from the human. What we gonna do is go ahead with the plan and make sure the accept edit mode is on because I'm fully agree with on this plan. I want to just execute from now. So it's basically gonna generate each of the file. It has a whole system design instruction. It has the landing page development plan on understanding your purposes. These are all the contexts you provided or generated by the AI. And you're gonna start to build all those. You're gonna start with some CSS file. This basically decoration of your website. Some HTML files, mainly is your main website files from there. If you have some maybe action buttons later on, it's also gonna generate the JavaScript for you. You can see it's already having the whole folder structure, assets, CSS, JavaScript, index, HTML. I think it's already finished. I think it generates 139 files here. Basically, this is based on our instruction. It's understanding of what landing page we're going to design, right? So it has all the titles, everything from there. It also generates CSS file. CSS file, just think about this as a decoration. So the index HTML file just have some raw code over there. If you don't have CSS file, you're gonna see very plain text on your website. The CSS file provide instruction, what color we're gonna use, what kind of framework, whether we're gonna put it in the box, whether we have some background color. And then the main JS file, you can just think of as like a more click button or functional thing, right? Sometimes if you click certain button, you can jump to a certain page, or you have other more complicated things. We're gonna use the PHP to open the local host to see the website from there. So we're gonna type it here, put it into the chat. So just copy this if you're doing this live demo with me and put it here. Make sure you are in the landing page or the folder you guys are using. We don't have PHP installed. And then we copy this back to the cloud and then just click enter. And you're gonna see you don't have the PHP. Let me help you to install that and troubleshoot to this issue. And then we can open. Oh, and it's going to get that for us. So any issues you're facing while you're doing the AI coding, feel free to copy the arrows or response to your AI coder. Anyway, this is the website we just built. You got features, right? If I click the feature, you're gonna jump to the feature side. Click how it works, you can jump to the how it works and join wish list, right? You're gonna give your join wish list from there. It also have the privacy. I don't think we generate a privacy policy or term service or contacts from there. So it's more like a mockup. But you can see the overall, it generates the overall landing page for you. Never feel alone again. An AI companion that always to listen, chat, and keep your company. Well, whenever you need someone to talk with, right? Join the wish list, right? So basically, this is a landing page we have been working on. And if you feel something you don't like, right? Let's see, I really don't like join the waitlist button. This button is too long, right? So what you can do is basically you screen catch the portion you don't like. Because both the Claude Code or the Cursor agent or any of the large language model agent right now, they'll be able to interpret the image, right? So a picture space a thousand words. So similar thing for the AI coding. What you do is if you find something doesn't look good or make sense to you, you just screen catch. One last thing is basically I want to mention, if you guys interesting or want, you guys ask a lot of good questions for today, but a lot of them more advanced. I can see most of people here are seeking to learn or implement a real production ready app, which is I'm going to teach in my cohort in January, right? So I'm going to continue some of the lightning sessions for the rest of the year once I have time. But my cohort course is going to start in Jan. So feel free to register for that one. You can just screen catch this barcode. If you cannot do it right now, which is totally fine, I'm going to include the link in my summary email after today's session. Thank you, everyone. I hope you guys learned one thing or two. Feel free to join me in my next lightning session or register for my cohort in January, so which I'm going to show a lot of more advanced things over there. I think hopefully it can help you guys start to be capable of getting familiar with the AI coding, and then you can start to build up your own apps, like what I did, 12x, 12 apps. I think everyone can do it, even you don't have the coding background. I think currently the AI coding large language model would be enable or empower everyone to do so. But thank you everyone for being here, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.